Hey, Cheryl.
What's up?
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. You know what I'm saying? Okay. What's happening? What's happening, good people? How you guys doing out there? Y'all know who it is, right? It's your homegirl, Adosha Wrights, aka Key Lolo, is in the easy. The chat is on fire. You know what? I think we're just gonna have to have men on all the time because ever since we said this month was all about men, we have all the ladies and the brothers are in the chat. Sure, you won't. She chewing some gum like this. What you want me to do, Kilo Lo? All right, what's happening, good people? We are on our we got the cool episode. Let me make sure I got the right number because y'all know I be messing up. I think we what are we, Cheryl? So you gotta help me out here because I be doing the most. Hold on. All right, who can tell me what episode we on? You're gonna get $5 today. I cash out you tonight. If you tell me what episode we go, who want $5? And I'm gonna take off 20 cents because Cash App be charging you and stuff and whatnot. Okay, we are 41 episodes in. That's right, 41 episodes. And boy, do we have a treat for you all tonight. So sure, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Oh man, sunshine. It's nice.
My life in the sunshine. Yeah. Folks get down in the sunshine. So what's happening?
I mean, come on now.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't got.
Hey, we got the brothers now. We got the brothers on.
You said we got the brothers on. All right, we got the brothers on, but you got that hat on point too. Y'all see Cheryl? She got her little rose in there. I mean, what's her name? Aretha Franklin. Well, a rose. It's still a rose. Come on now, sing it, y'all. Sing it, come on. Baby girl, woo, you got the power. They don't know about that, Cheryl.
They don't know.
All they know about is, don't you know, we got some, Cheryl, we got Dr. Sprints is in the chat. Theo, you got some backup now. Theo got some backup. We got some brothers in the chat. We got Solomon is in the chat. Solomon Roan. Okay, that's my homie right there. My BFF Monica is in the chat. Of course, we got WK and of course LB. LB, if you wasn't in the chat, I was gonna be like this. That's how when your uncle and them come over. I mean, open up the door. Mama, remember this, Cheryl? Mama ain't home. Mama said she ain't home.
You can't open up the door.
Can't open up the door.
Even if it's a fire.
Mama says she ain't home. You know what I'm saying? So what y'all know about Mama says she ain't at home? We used to mess up. Like, can't y'all get it right? Yes, we are on. We are actually live. Y'all know me, Kilolo. I didn't hit the right button. But enough of that. So we are very excited. We have the ultimate podcast for you guys tonight. As you guys know, this right here is America's favorite podcast about Afro hair. And tonight you are on planet Pluto Pseudo. And this particular podcast is specifically for licensed professionals and of course your hair aficionados. And what we do here is we keep it 100. Now, I'm Ladosha Right, Kilo Lolo. I like to get it all started. And then right over here, y'all see it right here. That is Cheryl Morrow, aka the Hair Oracle. And all she do is she just set sucker straight. She's sucker free. You know what I'm saying? Lolo, I be falling for the okie doke. Cheryl be like, gone somewhere, Kilo. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. So tonight, this is an episode you guys will not want to miss because we are building up some momentum here. This month is the month of June, and we just want to remind you guys that the month of June is all about one thing and one thing only, and that's brotherhood. So we have an all-male lineup every Thursday, all African-American male professionals in the barber and beauty industry. Mr. Kenyatta Griggs, aka the hip hop motivator. He's a barber. He kicked us off. Last week we had Mr. Tondo Kafele, the king of lock. Don't be confusing him with the king of pop, the king of lock. And he broke down what is a loctician. He defined that. for us, at least according to Tondo. And then
Absolutely.
tonight it is all about Mr. Theo Garfield, all right, and he is a cosmetologist in sunny San Diego, California, all right, where Cheryl is located. He look good too, y'all. I done seen him in person. I done checked him out. I just want to let y'all know what y'all looking at. He ain't, he ain't no sucker. He ain't no buster. He's fine in real life. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know Kilo. I'm real superficial, but okay, I'm just, just Kilo. I'm just a round the way girl. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to talk about the life and times of an African American male hairstylist. What I want to know is why, this is a female dominated industry. It's like we can't have nothing, you know. Like men always coming into our world. I know sure got something to say about that, but anywho, so I feel some kind of way. I'm gonna be honest because I'm Kilo, and we have a guy in our salon. Here it is, right here. His name is Dr. Spritz, and so I'm sure he gonna come off though, But anywho, without further ado, I am going to bring in the one and only. Let me get my clap ready because Cheryl be like, "Come on, Dosha, get your stuff together." Y'all know I'm kind of working this grid right here, but I'm pretty good at it now. Even Theo had to admit, you pretty good, Kilolo. All right, okay, ladies and gentlemen, stand up. Put your hands together. I want y'all to clap. All right, bringing in sexual chocolate. Okay, the one and only Mr. Theo Garfield, the preeminent cosmetologist located in sunny San Diego, California. Your city is the bomb of your city. Make it bang.
Where them hand claps? Where the head? Come on.
Oh, you know what, Kilo Lobby? I be getting like, go ahead. I'm sorry, girl. Like, get it, don't you? Get it, don't you? I am. I am. Come on, y'all, put your hands together. If you have your cell phone with you, then you can go ahead on and put some hand clap emojis in the chat because Theo, he took some time out of his day. I'm sure, he's very busy. So we're very, very, very excited to have him on the podcast. And just a brief history right quick of how I met Mr. Theo. I met him last year in the fall, and Cheryl introduced me to him. We were a part of the Relaxer Advocates. Now, y'all know the brother crazy, okay? Because he like, I'm an advocate for the relaxer. So he down with me and Cheryl. So y'all already know Theo is about his business. So Theo also, I just got to tell you guys a little bit, he has a wonderful book, and it's called Hair Care 101. We're going to talk a little bit more about that. But I can assure you, if you have a male cosmetologist, maybe you want one, maybe I don't know, I had one, things of that nature. Theo is going to help us understand why in the French toast and bologna sandwich, would an African-American male enter an industry that is full of women who are just very, catty, and he look good too. How many women been hitting on him? I was trying to hit on him, wasn't I? Sure, I was like, show that what your name is. All right. All right. So we're gonna get into this interview, and we want you guys to be open and have your questions and everything ready. Monica, of course, she's such a good, co-host right here. She says, happy early Father's Day to all the fathers.
Aww.
So, Monica, for that, we're going to give you a round of applause because y'all know. Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Sorry. Hold on. Here we go. So, I'm getting it together. All right. That's for you, Monica. A nice, big, fat round of applause. So, once again, happy early Father's Day to all the fathers and grandfathers and uncles and papas, out there. So, we appreciate all the dads. And I'm a daddy's girl, so I don't even know what I was thinking. But, anywho. All right, somebody else just came through the chat right quick. Oh, Eileen, what's up, Eileen? How you be? All right, okay, all right. Okay, all right. So let's hop right into it. So I don't know if you guys know, I put some stats, about the beauty industry. Since it's female dominated, Theo, I didn't know if you were aware that the industry is 97% women. That was as of 2022. 97%.
Wow.
And I tried to dig up like the racial, like to really like get it, but it is mostly now this is according to the labor statistics. So if you go into your city and you break it down even closer, like into your county, of course the numbers are going to change. But so we're talking about across the nation. It is also mostly Caucasian female dominated industry. And so this podcast is all about, men entering the and working in the industry. So with that being said, the first thing I want you to do before you tell us a little bit about who you are, I just want to know, bro, is you crazy?
Is you crazy?
Is you crazy? What would make? I mean, you a fine brother. You looking good, and it's all types of careers out here, and you have engineering, you got medicine, you got all type, owning your own business. I don't want to say sports because that's very stereotypical. Rocket scientist, there's a lot of things you can be, scholar, but you chose cosmetology. So why cosmetology in an industry that is full of women, mostly white women?
When I first entered the industry, I was a barber first when I got out the military. So in the barbering school at Lawson State Community College in Birmingham, Alabama, there was a lot of girls across the hall. And the girls, they'd be like, hey man, I'll take my to eat lunch. So when I got through my barbering course, they were like, you need to come over here. I was like, shoot, that might be a good idea. I went over there. But when I went back to my community, with the mannequin heads in my car, my cousin and them, they made jokes and everything about me. And right there, I said, you know what? I'm determined. But what really determined me when I went in cosmetology, what triggered me was the science and the math. It wasn't about me being a stylist. When I got to understanding this chemical, what is this hair? How do you make this hair become, stagnate on this roller? How do you make it become shape? And all this, how do it take form? That would intrigue me into the industry.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. All right. So you like the science, and then you like the challenge of actually, altering and manipulating the actual fiber itself. All right. Okay. So now you said, okay, I like the science and everything. I think that's all pretty, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now I'm going to start the interview.
So you're a nerd. He's another.
Right.
He likes
Okay.
us, but
You're
not
a hair nerd.
Yeah, he a nerd.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do to set this interview off real proper. All right. We have 2 reels that we're going to show you. You told us like how you got into it. So we have a couple. We use these reels to kind of, set the tone for like the goofiness. To really irritate Cheryl is what I like to do with these reels. And it gets people kind of laughing, kind of loosen us up. And I'm going to come back because I have your book here, Hair Care 101. I'm going to tell you guys how you can get your very own copy, okay? But I'm going to start off with a quote in your book, and that's going to guide us through this actual interview. But without further ado, we are going to show some reels. And our first reel that we're going to show is Get Real Hair Food. Are you ready, Cheryl? Cheryl, like, oh my God, I'm just not sure if this is going to work out. Let me make sure I got it up here. Okay, yep, there it is. All right, okay, it's up there. All right, there we go. All right, Cheryl, here we go. A little slow. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Real hair food.
Hey y'all, welcome to an episode of Moisturizing Mondays with the Hair Chef, Out of Town edition. I'm a firm believer in using what you have, and what we had was eggs, bananas, and honey. Eggs, as you know, is an excellent source of protein, which is essential for strength and repair, especially for those with colored hair. It also is an excellent source of biotin. Bananas are made up of natural oils and 75% water, which makes it an amazing moisturizing ingredient. Lastly, honey. Honey is filled with antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties, which is essential for scalp health and reduces dandruff.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Okay, Cheryl, what you come on now? Come on now, don't hate now. That's real hair food. Look at Theo. Theo, like, you talking about Willis. And Theo, we want to talk about this too, but I like to irritate. These irritate Cheryl, like to know. So Cheryl, we have what's up, Betty Lou? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sabrina. All right, we got our intern. Oh, our intern is in. Cool beans. Cheryl, what's up with the hair food? She got a she is the hair food god.
She's the hair. No, yeah, it's right. She said that she's the hair chef.
Yeah, she is the hair chef. God of hair food. Y'all don't want none of that.
I'm gonna have to give that to Theo, man.
Theo, you sure can't take it anymore.
I can't take
it enough.
I can't take it, Theo. Go ahead.
My thing is
the eggs and the bananas. Come on now.
Oh man, you know, bananas have water and it brings moisture to the hair.
Come on now.
What's your take on food on hair?
I mean, it's not close to what a manufacturer makes. It's two different types of things. I don't look at when they're mixing the food up. I understand back 100 years ago, maybe. Now we have more innovative products and things like that. And you making it at home, you don't have ability to get enough. The molecular weight is not going to be small enough to even penetrate or do nothing else what you're doing at home. It's not going to come close to what the manufacturer does. I mean, it's night and day what they do at home trying to mix something up and you just coding the hair how it feels. You're not getting no real benefits that way. I wouldn't agree with that.
You wouldn't agree with that. All right, now no. Dr. Spritz is already in the chat. He's singing "Hell to the no, to the no, no, no." All right. So how many people in? Oh wait, now hold on. Y'all know who that is? Cardi B. VK says Cardi B is promoting it. Now you're a male hair cosmetologist, so you're always hearing about celebrities and hair care. What do you think about, the celebrities who are mixing up and they're actually pushing this? And, so how do you, I don't want to say stand up against, but how do you address the celebrity has more credibility than you, Theo? Because you just...
Yeah, they're just ambassadors. I get that part, but they don't have the status of a cosmetologist. They don't have the status that I have. I'm a practitioner. I practice cosmetology for 35 years. They might practice singing. They just represent singing, and they got an audience. I get that. But can they represent that product and tell me the actual ingredients and the beneficials of that particular product?
All right. Well, go ahead.
Really go ahead. Well, no. What is really weird that we take a bottle, right? And we see something and says what's in it, right? It says vitamin C, vitamin B, vitamin E, right? You can't just slap it on your skin and think that your liver is going to get vitamin A, right? You have to eat it. Your liver processes it and it goes to the other parts. I don't know why we think food on the outside is going to act different.
Because it's natural. I think what people are saying, Cheryl, is that it's natural. Like Theo made a point that they believe they're going back into a time where this was the way things were, So,
well, you have to also remember that those particular people were not trying to pretend that it was going to give any nutritional value. That they were just they did not have chemically treated and processed, colored, and other types of other things going on. They had just completely braiding it. They were trying to keep it cleansed. They were not trying to worry about, at the end of the day, because once you went to the salon in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s, they didn't have eggs and bananas. You may have eggs and bananas on a plantation, but even at the plantation level, they were not trying to moisturize and be beautiful and trying to have shiny hair. They had the shit braided, plaited on a plantation and put that shit right back under a rag. You understand what I'm saying?
So they're kind of romanticizing is what you're saying, right?
Well, they just think natural sources and everything has a food grade, cosmetic grade, and industrial grade. You have to eat an egg to process to get the protein, and your liver has a metabolic process to extract those nutrients. You can't just lay it on top of your skin and think that you now are going to be nutrition.
So now, Theo, when you talk about, the molecular weight being, like too large and it can't, it's not going to be able to work. What is it that you think, like when celebrities, like, because they're not using that kind of, language of molecular weight. What would be like the importance of understanding the science? Because you said you like the
I mean, a
science.
stylist, I mean, if you got an artist, they're not into the science, that's just marketing. The ambassador just used for marketing. They got an audience they use for marketing, whatever they got a low grade product in the bottle, and they just pitch shit out there. I mean, they're polluting the industry, and it's going on. A lot of people polluting the industry.
Oh, I like that polluting. Let me teach out the bomb right there. You coming through already, dropping the bomb on us. So they ain't doing nothing but polluting the dang on industry. That is a bomb drop moment. We're gonna talk about that because remember, this is our 41st episode, and we do have the legendary, the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. Theo Garfield, and he is a cosmetologist in San Diego, California. And the interview tonight is all about him being an African-American male in a female-dominated industry. And he just gave you a really, great intro as to why he did this. We're going to do one more reel, and then we're going to read a passage from his book. And then, it's going to get a little juicy up in here. So one more reel. All right, here we go. All right, let me share my screen. And I got my little Google here. What's going up there? All right, here we go. Real absorbent hair. Ooh, y'all gonna love this one.
Not in the hair.
It's on my hair.
It's on your hair. This is what's happened. It's on your hair. The water's not in your hair.
Tracy, I'm freaking out. I can see it.
You can see it. And this, if I take off, I'm not taking off my cap, but if I normally do this to myself to show people what hydrated hair does and how it behaves, because if I wet my same section of hair down, those beads of water, you can see them slowly absorbing into my hair and not dripping off of my hair like this. Yes. Yeah. You'll see it. So there's a difference between clean and natural products. Not all natural products are clean, meaning free of sulfates, parabens, phthalates, all the things that clog the hair strand or keep it from absorbing moisture.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I can't even begin to understand clog the hair. Now you said you like science, right? Now you heard all those scientific terms she was using. Now we have the chat is getting pretty full. So people are going to be very interested in your response. So how are you as a cosmetologist, I don't want to say combating, but for lack of words, but let's say addressing. How are you addressing that? She sounded real sophisticated. She was like, phthalates and, absorbent, using all these nice scientific terms. So how are customers to discern through all of those nice fancy words? Like, because you can use them and she can use them. So how can people discern what they say? If you can't dazzle them with brilliance, then baffle them with bullshit.
My thing about that, if you got facts, you don't have to have excuses. And all way gonna get away from the excuses, you gotta simplify your effort, and that comes from maximizing your potentials. And maximize potential comes from acquiring education. Acquire education, maximize your potentials, simplify your effort. You're out here just run off at the mouth, just saying this, because it sounds good. I mean, she got low porosity, broken hair fibers, low probably on poor home maintenance or something. I mean, let's get with facts and come direct, but we gotta pick some books up. We gotta get some knowledge back in our industry. I'm not gone, and everybody coming in with all these excuses, but then everybody getting our industry, from locticians to the braiders to everybody else, from the YouTubers. I mean, and you got people like myself, we put all this education out here, and it's just gonna go to waste. No, we got more bald-headed women than men now.
Whoa.
Hold on,
did you hear that?
That's not a difficult situation. That's not a difficult situation. It became a problem now. Why? Lack of education in this industry. We letting everybody come in the industry. It's shattered. And people like yourself, we got to come back together. We got to mend it back together. We got to help our people.
Well, the chat is saying Facts on facts on facts on facts. That's a very bold statement. You said there are more bald-headed women than men, and a lot of this you definitely attributing the bulk of this to now just anybody could enter into the industry. Now, what I'm going to do is read a passage from your book. All right, Cheryl. And Cheryl, what I want you to do is kind of piggyback off of this. And then Theo, I got my first question for you. And the chat, we appreciate each and every last one of you again for rocking it out with us on our 41st episode. So here's a passage. It's actually in his preface, or is this your forward? Let me make sure I'm saying this right. So this is in his introduction, okay? So it says here, Theo Garfield advises, God led me to become a successful, established catalyst in today's hair industry. I'm going to say this again. Established catalyst in today's hair industry. In order to become successful, you must first adopt 3D's systems: dedication, desire, and discipline. I'm gonna say it again. 3D system. If you want to be successful in this industry, male or female, but we're talking about this from a black man's perspective. The 3D system: dedication, desire, and discipline. And so, Cheryl, I want you to take it from there and talk about adopting before you get started. So I take it, Theo, that you kind of use this to kind of set the foundation for how you're going to build. So Cheryl, talk about, because we have some licensed cosmetologists in the chat, and why is it important before they get started? You need to identify what is going to set the tone. And then Theo, we got your questions ready.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see how he actually laid that out. But some of the challenges that we face, and like we talking about deposits, or we talking about, the people won't keep their appointments, or, come with your hair shampooed before. We have lots of challenges that do change with the growing demographic. And like he says, in today's market. But I do like, my favorite out of your 3Ds there is definitely discipline, because it is going to, I know everyone most times have a desire, and they do think that they're dedicated when they show up every day. But I do think it's a level of discipline that is going to make sure that you zero in on your specific skill sets and zero in and focus in on that customer. And it develops at over the years. And I'm sure you, Theo, have just did not develop that overnight. I think that was probably a process. Am I right?
Absolutely. It's a process.
So with that being said, talk about how you came to set that tone. Because I want to first, after you talk about how you set that tone, I want to know, like, did it relate to what you were saying? Because that's what I want to know. You set the tone. Was it because you were seeing things in women, maybe your sisters, your moms, maybe at the just women in general? Or did you just pick something, like I just came up with this? So what inspired those 3Ds?
Well, first of all, I was a veteran. I went in the military at 17. So when I got out the military, when I went to Harris Barbering School, I was a military veteran at 21 years old. So I had discipline distilled in me at that point. And I always saw women with their hair jacked up. I had like my mom and like 6 women. I got 4 sisters. And I didn't grow up with no baby doll, none of that crap. But I never liked women with their hair jacked up. Yeah. My mom went to the shops, salons. And so when I met a girl before I got in the hair game, I'll see somebody hair looking good, and I'll say, "Who done your hair?" I'll get the card and I'll take to my girlfriend. This before I even went to hair school. And I just say, when I went to Barton over to hair school, I wanted to help the ladies and help my community.
Now, as a man, you're using words like jacked up, okay? So remember now, this is a female-dominated industry, and you're using terms like you see females' hair jacked up. So my boss, Lavina, is in the chat. Y'all know what y'all got to do when y'all see my boss come through now. Come on now. There she is. Drop them L Look at Theo. He know what. Lavina, you know you famous now because he all the way. Come on now, boss. Y'all drop them L's in the chat. So now you have you're being very pure and unadulterated. Now, as a man working in especially a black man, how are you finding the cojones? I know you're not using that language with women, but what language are you using when you see a woman's hair that's quote unquote jacked up? So first tell us what is jacked up. And then number two, how do you as a man address a woman whose hair is jacked up?
I mean, that's before I got in the industry, I was saying jacked up. But now, when I'm in the industry, it's just somebody here that needs some attention and some tender loving care. And get on the right path of a good home regimen, how to take care of her hair. It's all about it. Yeah, I mean, if I get this information, accumulate this information, I have it here to share. I ain't have it here just to withhold. That's why I wrote that book 22 years ago.
Okay, so now you are approaching the jacked up hair from love, right? Because you're saying that you gotta really care. Now, I'm glad you said that because our intern is in the chat. This is Miss Sabrina Howard, and I know you might find this very hard to believe, but I swear, and if you're still in the chat, Sabrina, put that thumbs up or type yes. I did share with her today that as a cosmetologist, don't just do the status quo, the book stuff. Operate from love. So you being a man, right? How do you do that without being accused of, oh, he's trying to hit on me, or what you trying to say, Theo? Talking about TLC.
It's a thin line there. I mean, but I'll say the way I would approach. I'll say, excuse me, do you have a personal hairdresser? And that's the intro right there. And I'm not looking all promiscuous and looking there, none of that, I'm like, hey, how's it going? Excuse me, do you have a personal hairdresser? And she'll say, no, I don't, and we'll take it from there. And I'll tell my experiences and whatnot. I give her my digital card, and we'll take it from there.
Oh, okay. So you got the little swagger jagger going on. All right. So Eileen's got a wonderful comment in the chat. It's a little large. I'm not going to show it, but now she's saying something that I want to know, and Spritz is in the chat too. So all the brothers in the chat, come on through and give some feedback as well. And I hear this a lot, that when there's a man in the salon, women act kind of different. Now, sure, your father was in that, so sure, I want to hear from you. But Theo, you first. Is it true that men influence the tone of the hair salon? Just yes or no?
Hell yes.
What? This is some bull fragger pagger.
You gotta have a red rooster in the hen house.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody got a red lady.
Oh my God.
I've been a red rooster for 35 years.
I feel some kind of a way. Now, I was not expecting you to say that.
Yeah, you gotta keep it. Yeah.
Okay, Cheryl, because we're gonna go back and forth. Cheryl, do men set the tone for the hair salon?
I do think that they add a level of wow, what is the word for that? I do think that they add a sense of elegance. I do think that they and I think that it, in my experience, a man adds a dash or a splash of, I think there is a level of trust there and comfort that they do add. I mean, I've seen it. I've worked obviously with some of the best, and it is basically, it's consistent.
Okay, so men add something to the salon that gives it that little spice. It gives it a sense of trust. Yes. Maybe a sense of knowing because you are a guy. Okay. Now, Theo, with that being said, how are you using this influence of you're this guy, you're in the salon space. How are you using this to help with your colleagues? Because I'm gonna just be honest. Spritz works in the salon with me, and when I first, worked alongside him, I felt extremely intimidated because Lord have mercy. I hate to say it. I know I'm wrong and I know y'all gonna get mad, but I'm just talking about my personal experience, okay? I'm not gonna lie. And we're gonna have Hosea Hicks is gonna cover this more, but I just want to hear your perspective. I hate to admit it, but that dang on Spritz, he just had something that I just could not copy. So how does a woman working in a hair salon where all the women are wanting to go to the guy, because now here your fine ass in here, now all of them want to come to you and get your hair done because you are talented. I'm not talking about pretty Ricky just up there, sleeping and swanging and sleeping with all the women. I'm talking about a truly professional licensed cosmetologist, and you're getting all the customers and you have women working alongside you. How do you deal with that? Because for me, it took a minute. I tried and I just, the Spritz was very welcoming and endearing. And, he didn't you know what I'm saying? So how do you talk about that?
Well, what I don't work in several salons around the country in my 35-year career. When I'm in a salon, I basically mind my business in the salon. And I'm a national educator, I'm a platform artist. When I'm in a salon, I'm still a platform artist. I'm paying my all. I'm gonna get my client a real experience sitting in my chair. And they can see what's going on around me. They gotta bring their game up. You got to bring your game up. I don't work in the major sports around the country. You got to bring your game up. I had to bring my game up, and I continue to bring my game up on a consistent basis every day.
So do you reach back? Do you help him out? Because Spritz he will,
You got to
no,
reach out. I reach back to help them out like what?
Ladosha, may I assist you with that
No,
haircut?
I will not.
No.
No, I want to walk up to a stylist or somebody and say, "Can I assist you?" They'll feel intimidated. Like, why would a mentor look for a mentee? A mentee probably looking for a mentor. Now, if they walk over and ask me to help them at the proper time, I would definitely help you. But I want to go over there and push myself on them. That's how they take it in our culture. You
Cheryl,
know,
what do you say? You got a man working in the hair salon, and you got a sister, and that we feel some kind of way because he getting all the customers. We don't know what the hell we doing. He say, "Let us stay on over there and fuck it up." Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about, but that's what he say. You say what, Cheryl?
I think it depends on the energy. And if you guys are a family, if you guys have started together, there's more of a rapport. There's more of a pecking order. And just like in an emergency room or a triage, we all know who's the attending physician. We already know who's the most experienced. We already know. And once we give that alpha position to a female or a male or a sigma male, that like Theo is more of with that sigma type. He's by himself, but he's available, but he's not going to force himself. But and sometimes Spritz with the alpha energy, and if he looks over and he sees you and commands, and because he wants the whole entire salon, your salon energy is in structure is way different from most salons. There are a team. It's much more of an effort. He wants to preserve the product for the whole collective. So there is a difference. But in my experience, that those were not necessarily males, but if there is one in the midst, that position is usually the male in the on the floor, guys.
Okay, so what we have, so now all you licensed people, what you have to consider what Cheryl is saying, uh, 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 offering your assistance and going to ask for assistance is going to determine the environment of the salon. So Theo, you haven't really worked in a salon where you can actually do that. Is that what you're saying?
I have. I mean, 20-some years ago.
Well, what did
Not
you
now.
do? Come
Okay.
on, keep it 100. Come on now. What would you
I
do?
mean, 30 years ago, yeah, I worked in that type of teamwork salon. I worked in a spa one time with director of education. I was able to walk up to somebody like that. But the culture, the atmosphere I'm in now, oh no. To walk
No.
up to her and tell them, hey, you need to go up 90 degrees instead of 180 on this. What? Man, it's a wrap.
Okay, so and that's a now,
I,
are
I,
there any other men in the salon where you're at, or you're the only guy?
No, I'm the only guy.
Oh,
But you depending on my level, if somebody come over there and ask me something, I'm definitely gonna help you.
right.
Definitely.
Okay.
That's my purpose. I mean, come on, I'm gonna help you with a color formula. I'm a color expert. I'm a cutting specialist. I mastered 7 basic forms of hair cutting. Absolutely, I'll help you and tell you how to simplify your effort. Why not?
All right. Okay. He said, I got you, but it depends on the environment. But if you need some help, you most certainly could come over and ask him. Now, you talked about your niches, right? So let me show you a video about this is a cosmetologist. His name is Carlos. I forgot his last name. I actually tagged him. But this is his video, and he has a technique. So I'm going to show you his technique, and then you're going to tell me, like, what are you known for? So here we go. All right, I love that music. So that was Carlon Thomas. He's actually of Salon Oasis in San Diego, and so you have your niche. Tell us your areas of preference or expertise, however you would like to define it. What are you known for? What do you love to do? Come to me. I'm the best at this.
Would that be me?
Yes, you.
I'm a cutting specialist. I'm a color expert, and I'm a chemical expert. I understand chemicals. I understand color. I understand cutting, but and styling as well. Like even the blow drying, I don't blow dry with a styling my own blush. I mean, I did years ago, but it's air form. I mean, I understand the proper way to use blow drying, air form, things of that nature. My main thing, I understand how products interact with the hair fiber.
Okay. All right. So he's how now finding your niche. Sure, your father found his niche, and like Theo says, he likes the science, but your dad actually was formulated some stuff and did some things. And by the way, I gotta show y'all a little bit of something right here. Like I don't have this kind of a picture, so I'm a little jealous. In case y'all want to know, he got the bona fides. He truly is down with Dr. Morrow. Check it out right there. Let me give him a big round of applause. This is absolutely a truly blessing to be able to work alongside and take a photo with someone who has influenced and has impacted your career. Oh, let me take this down right quick. Sure, hold on 1 second here. All right. And so now you have he's found his niche, So how do people find their niche? So sure, I want you to talk about it. And then Theo, I want you to come back. And because of course, some people say I was born with it, I have gifted hands. And because this particular platform is for licensed people, and we have some students, we have at least one. She's very new to the industry. How do you find your niche in a world that's so big? And now you have social media. You don't have 1,000 followers. You're not like Theo. You were not in the military. You're struggling with discipline. How in the hell do you find your niche in this beauty industry?
Every stylist knows when they start and they have something. I don't know if most stylists pay attention to it, but they get to a part in the process of the client that they actually can't wait to get to. I don't know if it's comb out, it's a style, it's the cutting. Like you get so engrossed, right? In that it is almost like not work, right? But there's always a process in the even when the customer sits down that you can't wait. Like let's say shampoo is laborious, you know what I mean? It's laborious.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's always a certain part where you get to that you actually enjoy, right? And for me, it was always, I just like feeling the hair and combing it and shampooing it, which was my thing, and then all of that, and then I enjoy blow drying. I actually really enjoy it, right? I mean,
you like that, so you're saying go with the flow.
well, not only that, whatever that portion of that whole process is, you know what it is, to the point where, and that should be your specialty, and that should be your niche, right? And you know that, to try to divide what is work and what is actually really passion. And so that is when I decided that I just loved that the heat styling portion, that was my favorite part. I even love blowing it and all that kind of stuff. So
okay, so that's so you're saying, find out where you're at, where you just that anticipatory moment, right? And then you just kind of build from there. Now, Theo, I'm going to show you a clip, because now you're not sure that's easy for her to say. I'm going to say, because she's a girl. She can play in hair, but you're a guy. You're a strong, masculine, how I say, strong, strapping black man, and here you are wanting to be in this hair thing. And I'm sure people have, like you said, they were teasing you. You got the dial head and, all this kind of stuff. Your hands, maybe your hands are so big, and then you're tall, and, you got this deep voice. Hey, I'm Theo. Let me do your hair. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you a clip. And this is a psychologist who's actually talking about how this could be challenging. And then after you watch the clip, Theo, I want you to talk about how did you find your niche in cutting, because you've got some pretty strong. Hold your hands up, right? Let's see your hands. Look at them hands. All right. He like, Mama said, knock you out. Okay. So you've got some pretty strong hands. You're a tall, handsome guy. So to me, I would think that's kind of awkward, but obviously not. So let me show the clip and let's see what you have to say about how did you find your niche as a black man entering the cosmetology industry. Here we go, guys.
There are bound to be some psychological effects of finding yourself in professions that were traditionally meant for the opposite sex. Initially, there will be this issue of people wondering, why is this man doing this? Can he do it? Can he do it well? Am I sure that committing myself into his hand, you'll be able to do it well? That initial shock will be there, and it can be a form of embarrassment to that practitioner. You find a lady coming to your salon and discover that, it's a male that is there. The initial surprise and possible doubts in one's mind, that can this person do it, or does he have any ulterior motive?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So you a man, and you tall, and you handsome. You ain't dark, but you little pecanish, little tawny. Okay, so you're tall, tawny, and handsome. All right, and so people are like, I don't know if I really want this guy. How did you find your niche? And skepticism and being, you said people were teasing you, and you were in the military. Like, why didn't you just go with like car repair or something? So how did you find your niche? And then you got to talk to these brothers out here. How can the brothers who want to enter the industry as a black man, or does it really matter? Come on, kick the ballistics. How do you find your niche?
I mean, what I did, I love math. So when I got into cosmetology, once again, I tell you about the science, and the math would intrigue me. And so it went into hair cutting. So I got into the hair cutting first. That's how I ended up working with Paul Mitchell and Paul DeHoya, because they were hair cutters. So I gravitated to them and got on their style team. And I learned, it took me about 8 years to master the 7 basic forms of hair cutting. But I intrigued in the hair cutting, and that built my foundation first, because that's your foundation of your hairstyle, your haircut. And once I got into the haircut, the hairstyle, I learned how to use powder effectively. And then the finishing part, that just came with it. So when I came out in the industry 30-some years ago, it was about haircutting. When you had Tony Brass and Anita Baker, man, if you ain't not doing no Anita Baker haircut, you ain't getting no money.
All right, how many people in the chat know about that Anita Baker haircut? If you remember that Anita Baker haircut and you was lost in the rapture of love, go ahead and drop a yes in the chat if you know something about that Anita Baker haircut. So you're saying that what you did was you found some people that you can get up under. Now in the chat, people like my brother said this. He said, Lawana says, yes, men have been doing hair since the 1700s. So they like men have always been beauticians. Is any of this true, Cheryl? So it's like the chat is saying that men were at this first. Now, be quiet, Theo. Theo, like
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
it's
in the book.
historically accurate, but I will say it. And see, here we go again. When you go to, let's say, West Africa, right? And let's say you go to a place like Senegal, there are certain industries that you would think would be female dominated, but they are dominated by men. And then with industries that you think would be dominated by men are dominated by women. And so once you get to the Western world, America, of course, there's gender roles. And so that is what kind of gets us kind of historically kind of, but I will say
okay.
That let me just say this. I will say every salon that I have worked in with men, I was better.
Okay, we got some more people came through. We got Juju from the pseudo killers in the house. Check it out. We got Mr. Kafele say, come on. Analogy that was a little bit earlier. And then we have Luna, Miss Luna Mufan. Welcome. We got a new cousin. When we have a new cousin that comes through, we always make sure that we give them a big round of applause. So she and Solomon Rome are new to the platform. So welcome. Make sure you guys come back. But I don't forget to, because Cheryl said, hold on now. Y'all gotta do this.
But I do have something to say, though. I will give it to you. If you guys ever are in New York, the most decorated, probably, hairstylist in history is Pierre Toussaint, and it is a guy. And he was venerated as a saint in St. Paul's Cathedral. It's got like 2 or 3 streets in New York. Very legendary hairstylist. Was very rich, but the Vatican definitely venerated him. And he is
well, according to my brother Maurice, men started cosmetology in 400 BC. Woo-hoo! My brother's a historian. What we need you guys to do right now while the chat is nice and full, Cheryl is going to show each and every one how you can help us change the narrative about a brother, a black man, becoming a cosmetologist in an industry that is full of women who are on the chat saying, we do hair better than y'all. Nana and Nunu stick your hand to doodle, okay? All right, go ahead. Show them how to do it, Cheryl, right quick. Get ready, guys.
Get them fingers and click it. Clicky, 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 clicky.
All right, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you guys so much. I went on ahead and hit it. I'm not quite sure if that is accurate, that men started cosmetology in 400 BC. If we got some fact checkers, by all means, go ahead on and help us out, because we don't like to be making stuff up on this platform. All right, so now we kind of got how you said you found your niche. All right. Is there as a brother, do you have like a motto or a mantra or something, a quote that you live by, like in doing hair? Like this is what I live by. I have mine that is the right products, the right tools, and the right technique. I don't care what nobody say. If you don't have those 3 things, back up. Okay. And what is yours? What's your, this is what I swear I live by, because a lot of people, they don't have that, standard or whatever. So help the brothers out.
I mean, I use the product system. I use the product line, professional system, and I understand where that system will be in place. I use any product, but I use a system from my shampoo to my finishing products. I understand what's going on every step of the way.
So you're not liking like going to the beauty supply store and just buying stuff. Like we just getting started out here. So what if?
No, absolutely not. I mean,
What
I'm
won't
coming
have
from
money like you? Like I'm new. I just graduated cosmetology
manufacturing
school.
instructions. Well, I dealt with a manufacturer, so I would use manufacturing instructions. From the first 2 years, I would listen to people next to me in the shops and stuff like that. All I did was waste money because you're not understanding what you're using. You just using something because it smell like this. It give me this shine. You don't know no active ingredients. You don't know why it's working or what kind of results you're gonna get. So it take a lot of knowledge. You're gonna take a lot of classes. It's gonna take investment. Cosmetology school is nothing but an introductory to the industry. Once you get your license, you're a professional, but you're not a trained professional. You got to become a trained professional and continue to practice every day. This is a practicing industry.
A practicing industry. Very, very interesting. Now, I like to keep it 100, Key Lolo now, because you looking pretty rich over there. Now, I don't care what you say, Theo. I ain't got no money. So I'm going down here to Ling Lang Lou and Brother Habib, and I'm going to give me some hair care products. So can Black men go and use something over the counter until they get some money? But what,
Why would you buy? Why would you blow your money away like that? You throwing money away that way to me.
How?
Well, over the counter, you paying that's wholesale price. That's not retail price. I mean, you're paying retail price. You're not getting a wholesale price. That's number one. Use a professional product, you don't get wholesale price, not paying a retail price. So you're paying twice the amount of money and you buying low grade product.
But I'm the best stylist around. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm the best stylist, brother. Ask about me. So what about them hustlers out there that's like, I got skills, bro. I can curl your hair with a fork.
Well, a stylist and a cosmetologist are two different people. I'm a cosmetologist, I'm not a stylist.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute, y'all. He done dropped the fucking beat. Did you hear that, Cheryl? Just want to recognize y'all. Better take the record right here. He is a cosmetologist and you're not a stylist. Now, that
No,
could be, I'm sorry.
a stylist is someone they concentrate on the style. I concentrate on the scientific study of the scalp and the hair.
So, like, what does your day look like when you say that? Because you sound real foxy with your little, hat on and everything. Looking real good, okay? Everybody like, hold on now. What is that? What is that you doing that? Because I'm not a man, so I can't say. I know Dr. Spritz works like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. So, what does your day look like behind that chair? All that you're talking about. I'm a cosmetologist. I'm not a hairstylist. What does that day look like?
With somebody communicating with my client,
Yeah, like yeah. How do you decide which product line to use? What are you looking for? Like, give us some of your intel.
Okay. The thing is, first I'm gonna start with consultation. Okay, I'm gonna see what she's doing, what's going on, what we'll bring her into the salon. I'm gonna see what's going on with her at home, But I'm gonna back up a little bit. We first start off, I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm gonna let her know who I am. How long I've been in the industry. I'm gonna let her know my credentials. Then I'm going to what's going on with her hair, what would she like today for the service. Then I'm gonna see what's going on with her at home, with her home maintenance. What is she using? What's taking place at home? What are the steps she's doing at home? And a lot of times that's where the error take place at. Because what type of shampoo she uses, or she's not using a leave-in conditioner. She don't know the importance of a leave-in conditioner, maybe. Or using a cellulose, what's going to fortify, what will get her hair shaped, the other styling too. She just don't know these little small things. Or daily maintenance, she don't know these things. Nobody never told her. But that's where I come in at as an educated, trained cosmetologist. I share that with her. That's the relationship I want with her. I don't want a personal relationship with a client. I want a business relationship with a client.
All right, okay. I ain't you know what? I like Tupac. I ain't mad at ya. Okay, so now we got that going. Okay, now you said something very interesting. So here's a video. Because I want to know. What's up, Betty Lou? I don't know who that was in the chat. Okay, so I want to know the truth. Now I'm gonna show this video right quick. Sure, I'm gonna be like Kilo. And sure, I want you to answer it first because y'all know I gotta be saucy because I'm just very getrin like that. All right, here you go, Theo. Just for you. Just for you.
Have you ever had a girl book you just to talk to you? Oh, is he gay because he does hair?
Do you know what it is? Yeah.
I thought you gay.
No, I have. People
What's your business?
Yeah, that's none of your business.
Have you ever found a client attractive?
Okay. Cheryl, Kilo, y'all already, we got a fine brother in the chat, so I want the tea, honey. Oh, and I got some tea right here, Theo. Here we go.
You got this on? This tea?
Ah, shucky ducky quack quack. Come on, y'all put y'all drinking more in
I
the
got
chat.
me some
Hold
tea.
on.
Got me some tea.
All right, he got to give us a tea now. So she got 3 things. Number 1, have women ever like? I just want to. Now I know at the hair salon, I cannot tell you how many women come in there and they really want to hit on spritz. Like, oh my god, I ain't gonna even, I ain't gonna even say nothing. Okay, number 1. Number 2 is you gay? You know, he's like, I don't know your business where I am. And then number 3, you know, have you ever dated a client? All right, so you got 3. How do you address or and then Cheryl, I want to come back to you. We're gonna talk about those 3 points. How do men deal with that? Because this is, you know, just saying, this is, you know, got brothers in the chat, you know. So number 1, women coming to you just so, you know, oh, I want him to do my hair, baby. What's your number?
It ain't gonna happen.
It's a little bit harder. You ain't gonna go out with your what? How many people believe Theo? How many people in the chat believe that Theo says if a client pushed up on him, he's like, excuse me, I'm your cosmetologist.
It ain't gonna happen.
He said,
It ain't gonna happen.
all right. In the chat, how many people believe Theo? Theo, you fine. Oh, no. All right. All right. Now, how do you address? Has anyone ever asked you, are you, you know?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay.
I don't party.
You said what?
I don't party.
You don't party. You don't
That's
party?
it. That's it.
What kind of a cosmetologist? Oh my Lord, let me pray. Okay. Okay. So how do you address if people asking you your persuasion? Because that is a stereotype. If you do hair, oh, you must be gay.
Oh no, I'm a grown man. No. I'm live before I became a hairdresser, but I ain't never been that, you know.
Okay. All right. All
really,
right.
but I'm not that.
All right. So everybody's in the chat.
You know, I don't know, but nah.
Okay, so the chat said they believe you. Oh no, okay, Theo. He sit up there looking like Billy D. Coke 45.
Cosmetology.
Y'all. It works every time.
Cosmetology, it saved me from the streets, man. I had to be in the streets. I got shot in the head in 92. You know? And I mean, I was saved. So the industry, it brought me. And I went for manufacturing. I invest my money into education.
No doubt.
That's where I'm from. You know, I ain't none of that kind of stuff.
Now, how do men? Okay, this podcast is
like
come
that.
on now, hold on, Theo. This podcast is about. I'm sorry for cutting you off. It's about African American men working in a female dominated, not just behind the chair, but in the salon. So, what is your advice to brothers? That how do men? How do they like? You know, Thosha got them, but Duncan and Cheryl got them sexy.
You got to
look at Cheryl's lips. Come here, Cheryl.
You got to be like, that's my auntie, that's my mama, that's my cousin, that's my niece. You got to put them in a relative position. That's what I always done. I put their clients, everybody in a relative position. So it's all y'all off limits. Your clients off limits. When I moved out here, they thought something was wrong with me. Everybody want to talk to you. I say, man, all them people off limits.
Cheryl, have you ever went out with a client and do they ask you your preference? I'm gonna answer the same questions, y'all. We're gonna work our way back down. Have you ever dated a client or somebody just come to you because I just want Cheryl? Cheryl, come on, Cheryl, touch my hair. Go.
You know, no, no. But I will say that you do have to draw some boundaries. You do. They want you to go out with them, and they want you to, you know, especially because they spending really intimate time with you.
So wait a minute. If Paula Patton came to you and was getting her hair done, let's say she's single, and she like, you know, she's gonna send back her bodyguard. Theo, you ain't gonna go out with Paula Patton.
Man, she can't pull me like that. I don't care who you are.
I don't believe him.
Cause you gotta pull me like that. You can't pull me like that.
I'll go Busta Rhymes and P. Diddy, you just better not put your hands on me, okay?
I do believe that he don't play and he don't mix no business. But
I'm wrong with you?
I think he'll do a workaround.
Okay.
And let me just say this: the only reason why is because I've worked in salons with some absolutely fabulous men, and I would be the scapegoat. I would have to tell them that they ain't here. Oh, that he got a client. Cheryl, go tell
giving
him.
up the tea. This behind
this, this, and that. Tell Cheryl, come sit in my chair. Come sit in my chair. Here she come.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Oh,
I don't know, Theo.
I've had to block several times.
All right, okay. So I would choose.
What did she say?
She said, I don't believe him. She said, he lied because in the beginning he said something about some girls. And then she said,
right.
She
There
said,
you
I
go.
don't believe him. So Theo, you look too good. I don't know, Theo, but it's okay.
I believe he got boundaries.
Right.
He got some boundaries, but he looked like he'd do a workaround.
All right, okay. We got somebody. Look at Eileen. She's been okay. Everyone, boys and girls, settle down. Settle down, boys and girls. Eileen is in the chat. Never play where you work. Did you hear what she just said? Never hand anyone the power to destroy your reputation and the reputation of your business. Did you hear Eileen? Okay, now Eileen. Let me give Eileen a big round of applause. Hold on, Eileen. It always take that one. Theo, put your hands down. Theo know he done went out with some of them ladies. Hold on, here we go, y'all. Come on, Eileen. Come on.
I did not have a relation with that woman.
Did you hear that? All right. Sometimes we need somebody to come through the chat and keep it going on. All right. And what about your preference? Has anybody, Cheryl, ever asked you out and they said, well, you know, which side of the fence are you on, and how do we handle that? Because this podcast is for professionals. These things do come up. I know you guys may find this very hard to believe. But they do come up, and so Theo says
they will ask you all kind of personal questions.
And he says he's comfortable in his masculinity. He doesn't have a problem with your preference, but that's not what he is. And Cheryl, you say
they cross all kind of boundaries. Of course they do. And and at the end of the day, I think we come, Theo, we come from that era where you dress and you represent and you look good. And as long as they're complimenting you and there's a boundary and they know that, at the end of the day, no compliment excuses you from paying your bill. And there's
all right.
But they keep coming. And as far as that, hey, we give a hug and whatever the case may be, we do all that for, like Miss Eileen said, for their reputation of the
business. Right. So Cheryl say, stay neutral, y'all. Don't be, come on now. Now, me and myself, I have never dated a customer. You know what I'm saying? I'm with you, Theo. I'm like, but I ain't gonna lie. If Busta Rhymes come, I don't care what you say. Busta Rhymes gonna get the business, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna give my own self a round of applause for being 100% honest. Hold on, Lolo, gonna keep it 100. I know you feeling me out here in the chat. Busta Rhymes, this is my phone number. 777-9311. Okay, that's my phone number. Busta, come on, Busta Bus. All right. Okay, P Diddy, you just can't slap me because Theo said take that. Okay. All right. So and then as far as my persuasion, because people do ask me, I actually have one guy say, I never see you date, and my son was gay. And so he said, I never seen you date. I never see you with a guy. You're always in the salon. So he just was like, just pull me aside because he wasn't going to,
really?
And he asked me, are you gay? And I was like, that is none of your business. Back off, get back. So I'm like, stop, y'all cut that out. So we do get asked those types of questions, and we do have to make sure that
women never ask. They never cross the boundaries.
Oh, I've had women hit on me all the time. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It happens. It does. It happens. I mean, they don't know, right? The only way they know, they have to ask you.
Right. They go, all they can do is ask.
All right. It's best to be direct and very clear. Yes. So I definitely set the tone by the way that I dress and talk. And so, look at my brother. Let me show y'all how my brother is. Look at this, y'all. Cheryl, could you read that out loud, Cheryl, please?
You can do better than Busta. How about Denzel?
Hey,
Come on
all
now,
right.
bro. She ain't. We gonna stop that. She gonna be out of these streets talking about bus. We gonna talk about some
You need a
temptation.
thug in your life because busters ain't loving you right. You know, I like a thug. I like thug passion. You know what to keep low. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. I don't like them old nerves out here. I want me a just a gangster.
I bet. Check this out, bro. That bus come in there with all that gut and shit. Let me tell you something. Denzel come in there all fine. It's a wrap, baby.
Y'all leave Buster alone. All right. We're gonna wrap this up. We're doing pretty good. Theo, are you enjoying yourself? You're having a good time? All right, let's give Theo a big round of applause. He says, yeah, y'all, we came hard on Theo tonight. He was like, okay, so we got a good feel. Hold on, wait, my clap didn't come through. There we go. All right, okay. Before we hit this last question, where are you at in San Diego, California, doing some beautiful hair?
I'm at a Signature's Hair Studio, 2647 Lemon Grove Avenue. Signature's Hair Studio.
Signature's Hair Studio. Let me take a moment right quick, and I am going to put that in the chat. All right, Signatures. Whoops. Now, do you guys have a website? If they was just to Google, or can they find you?
Yeah, Signature's Hair Studio.
Okay, Signatures with the S Hair Studio, and this is
San Diego. SD.
And this is an SD, because don't you spill it out, Kilo. Come on now. All right, because I was going to go spill it all out. All right, so here we go. Let me just show that right quick. All right, so now what I want to know, because you say you got all these years in the industry, you came in from the military, your niche is most certainly, cutting hair. That's the foundation for the hairstyle. Then also you're a colorist. You love the chemistry. You love the science of hair. All right. And so you've been around, you worked in various states. So what I want to know is, in your professional opinion, what needs to stay and what needs to go in this industry, according to a brother?
I mean, hair care and stagnated styles and weave and all that. We need to get out of that. I mean, just stagnated styles and tension. It's hurting our industry. We need to get back to hair care, understanding the scalp, the signs of the scalp, and the signs of the hair, and then we need to understand proper product usage.
So you got to break down stagnated styles, because I'm kind of what you talking about? Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me just go on back. You know how I do it. Now, he's talking about some stagnated style. That sounds like some water sitting somewhere. You said stagnated styles, and I said,
what you talking about,
what the French toast and ham sandwiches is stagnated hairstyle? I mean, come on, bro.
Style that stay in place. Any style that stay in place that don't move. Like braids, anything that stay in place that don't move, where the hair can't be pliable. Because you got tools. The hair's a living organism. So you got things up under the epidermis. You got your glands and things that produce something like acid mantle that gives it conditioning. You got something that fight the fungus, melasmia. Can none of this take place when your hair's in one stagnated position? So what's going to give it moisture? What's going to fight the fungus?
But it's protection, so you don't buy into the protective
protection.
Your stack, because it sounds like you hating on, protective hairstyles.
No, that's the wrong word. Because what's the purpose of it? Let's back up. What's the purpose of hair? The purpose of hair, number one, is what? Protection. Protection of what? From injury and elements. That's the purpose of your hair. So what you mean protection? When I hate to say it, when I see somebody talking about covering up hair, it's a service. It's like memorial service. It's a living organism, and you covering it up, you're killing it. And then you come back 3 months later, want me to bring it back alive.
All right, so chat, he says those styles that stay put, those styles that don't move, and you're calling them protection, all of those styles, he says those have to go. How many people in the chat agree that needs to go? Cheryl, what do ye say? Because my brother said you deserve a bomb on that one. He said, boom. Cheryl, what do you say about his definition of stagnant styles, and that they need to just get out of those hairstyles have to go?
I agree because the girls who are do have their hair locked up, I'm locked up, and
Won't let me out.
you know, and locked and stagnant also it is in his definition it's not very healthy for your circulation of your scalp. So what he is basically saying, because of those stagnant, they really contract and restrict and have lots of tension on your scalp. And I've never actually, Theo, looked at it quite like that. Is that's very, but all of those girls and women who do that are always falling in love with women's hair that does move.
Well, I'm telling you, the count just went down, so people got offended. So how do you? I mean, as a guy, and you're saying that these stagnant hairstyles that are bound. So how are you faring in this environment of protective hairstyles and this moniker of natural people as like they don't like that? How are you faring up against that? Because that's a competition,
I know, and I see the only way I'm surviving in there by me being an educator. Because right now, you're absolutely correct. Everybody want to get it twisted, and they're going that direction. Or they're going to people's houses. People doing it off YouTube now, things like that. They're going to these suites. They're not coming to a full salon no more, for full service salons no more. It's very small percentage.
Somebody just said that earlier in the chat that a lot of these people will end up going back into their houses. So what's your take on the salon suites and
I mean, I would like to see them get more control. It's like they're not controlling them. State board not controlling the salon suites because people in there, they're unlicensed and things of that nature, And then they're in the salon suites and they're not understanding hair care. They're just into techniques.
All right. Okay. Well, I will say this. We had state board come into the salon today. They came in. Well, she did. She came in to inspect the salon. You know what the first thing she said when she walked in? She said, "Wow, a real hair salon."
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, she said you have an esthetician, you've got the braider, you've got colorist. I see every single service. You have an intern. You have all of your permits and wow. She was just like, what do you think about? Do you really see the salon as like a dying breed? And then Cheryl, close us out. Do you see the hair salons? Like salons are like no more. I mean, you got someone from the state coming in saying, dang, here is a real hair salon. And in the chat, what do you guys think? Do you want to see? Do you think salons are like no more? Are the suites the way to go? And so, Theo, do you think that hair salons are just pretty much are almost a thing of the past?
I think it's like reciprocity. I see people coming back around. People, they're reaching out for help. You can't get help in the suites. You could get help with around a group of hairdressers, educated hairdressers, and they reaching out for help now. They're missing out. I've never done this sweet stuff before, and I done worked around big salons and things like that. I always pick up something watching someone.
What if the excuse me, what if the person is saying, I just really like working by myself because the salons is just so much drama. The hair salon owners don't do shit for you. You work, they don't want to pay their water bills half the damn time. And, it's always some drama. So I'm going to go to my own suite. This is why I'm in there.
Most time I see people that want to work by themselves like that. They're intimidated of their work, or they just don't don't get along with others. But this industry is among us working together. This is a together industry. It's not a separative industry. Independent. It ain't everybody go their way as industry. We're supposed to be collectively together in this industry of cosmetology.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I agree. We have another comment here. Eileen says, I believe people wearing those too long hairstyles without hair care, and then they're looking for someone like you to work a miracle. And you say what to that? Can you work a miracle when they come in after those protective hairstyles?
I mean, I can't do no miracle. I'm not a magician. But the thing is behind that, I don't think you can. I don't work on repairing damage hair, but we can work on restoring damage hair. They're gonna working on a better home regimen. You come with more frequent visits to a professional hairdresser. We get better results with your hair fiber and stop the bad stuff you've been doing. Let's start going in a better way today and leave the bad stuff behind us. If you continue to do what you've been doing, you'll get the same results you've been getting.
That part. You heard it from a brother who's working in the industry, kicking the ballistics, keeping it 100. Sure, what the hell needs to go? What needs to stay and what needs to go in the industry?
I think that if we can stay solid and in solidarity, I think that we have realized that we are better together. I think we do need a new coalition. I do think we need a new organization. And I do think together we can weather the trends. And I think that because of the sustenance and the historic and how smart and the scholar, and we continue to improve on our information and things of that nature, I think it is coming back. They are deciding to be able to trust this industry again. And we've got a lot of work to do. I think we also need a lot of innovative ideas. But we have to earn their trust again in terms of our professional offerings as we broaden and them too. I think we're doing a good job. You're doing a great job, LaDosha, with mentorship and your interns, bringing young people and teaching them the young craft and the old craft actually of cosmetology, which is quite ancient. And so if we know that and stick together and band together, we have to. We got a new road.
All right. So you're saying out with being separate and in with togetherness and elevation. That needs to stay, and we need to elevate the industry. Theo, where can they get your lovely book here? Which, by the way, and how much is the book, and where can they get a copy of the book?
You can get it directly shipped. I can directly ship if they go to my inbox, Facebook. You can inbox them. Huh?
And DM you, right?
Yeah, DM me. Yeah, you DM me on Facebook. And the day by it being it's price $24, and the day by it being on the show, it just be $15 and $5 shipping and handling. So if you DM me at Theo Garfield on Facebook, it just be $20, and I'll ship them out tomorrow.
All right, so you can get you a copy of the book. If you are a salon owner or barbershop owner, you own your own nail business or skincare, even though it says hair, his principles can be used across all three disciplines. I read the book. It's definitely very user-friendly, and it is so very well worth it. Theo, you are most certainly the bomb. Is there anything like if this is just one thing I want you guys to understand about being a man, in this industry, I want you guys to know this.
Go ahead. Oh. Okay, the thing I
was looking at her. No, I'm just
to be a man in this industry, the main thing, is maintain your focus and set a great example and be a gentleman and guide the way. You got to be that real gentleman. That's why I'm glad I'm from the South. I was just raised to be that gentleman, and set the tone. And everything you do, like I say, be the best you can be. Why not be the best you can be when you're available? There's only one thing I found out that's impossible, and that's possible.
Damn. Hold on. I'm sorry. Cheryl, don't you drop the thing on bomb. Hold up, Shane. I can hear my brother now. Could you repeat that one more time? Say it one more time.
There's only one thing that I found out in my career that's impossible, and that's possible.
Boom.
Just like that. Bam, there it is. That's the only thing. All right. So they said if you look at the word impossible, you will find I'm possible. Okay, so Cheryl, we are going to be back next week, and we are going to have the one and only. This is the one that y'all know I'm always messing with this guy in the chat, but seriously, guys, he is 100% legit out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and this is we're gonna have Danny Michael. He's a barber. He too was trained by Dr. Willie Morrow, and he's going to be talking about something I think a lot of brothers are going to want to know. We're going to be talking about those ingrown hairs, beard care, and all that stuff that doesn't really get talked about a lot. So Daddy is going to help us understand barbering beyond a fade and a lineup and the crispy with the razors, because there's more to being a barber than that. Cheryl, close us out with something wonderful, encouraging the brothers, no matter what your ethnicity or race is, the industry needs you. I hope Theo served as a source of inspiration, because you definitely brought. You kept it 100. I tried to get your ass, but you was like, Kilo, I don't care about your big old butt. You know what I'm saying? You stay over there, and I'm cool with that. All right, Cheryl, help the brothers out.
Well, it's ironic that he would say about the wonderful things about being a gentleman, because he's a barber, and I think that we do need our barbering side of the cosmetology world. Hey, here we go again.
I'm just gonna put him and your dad up as you talk. Sorry.
Yeah, just banding together is so important. We are here. We are the physicians of the beauty world inside of our communities. We give them their self-image, their encouragement to be who they are. And so let's just shine together. Let's just band together. And I'm excited about the future. Absolutely, together.
And I'm just gonna go back and just put what he said. Theo advises again. God led me to become a successful, established catalyst in today. So he's definitely on the pulse of today's hair industry. In order to become successful, you must first adopt what he calls the 3D system. Guys, you got to be dedicated. Men, you got to have the desire. He said, work from your passion. Cheryl just told you guys, work from love. You don't have to be so hardcore, even if you got a little swag, okay? And then last but not least, Cheryl said, most importantly, and Theo agreed, you have to have the discipline. And he says, it has to be a win-win situation. So that's the basic foundation for success. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. This is in his book. I'm telling you guys, it's very powerful. It will grab you. You might skim it, but it will, you speak from the heart, Theo. I mean, I really like it. And I think it'll be inspiring. Also, our book of the month, it is The Secret. So if you're struggling with, I don't know if I can believe in myself, I don't know if I can do it, get Theo's book and then go out and get Rhonda Barnes' book, The Secret. That's our book of the month. And again, we'll be back next week with Mr. Danny. Theo, you have a wonderful night. I'll be tagging you and stalking you. And everybody, don't forget, please go follow him on Facebook at Theo Garfield. I know there's, Theo, how do you say your name?
I was getting ready to say.
Theo Philisi.
Theo Philisi Garfield. And what does that mean?
Walking in the path of the Lord, Greek.
Oh, okay. Let's get a big round of applause for that. Theo Philisi. Theo Philisi means walking in the path of the Lord. Wow, you just can't get any better than that. So, brothers, I hope you have been inspired. He is available for some mentoring. He already let you know, he ain't gonna come in and he's just gonna make himself available. And so with that being said, Theo, I'm going to go ahead and click you out right quick. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Everybody put your hands together and we thank Theo so much. Cheryl, you know what? I have no words for the people that you bring into our circle. Sometimes, people think it's just me and you, or they may think they are the only one. They're in the struggle. But what you are doing is making sure that everybody understands you are not alone. So if you are a professional in the industry and you're struggling in some kind of a way, and you just like, I don't know where to go, I'm afraid to call, you're in that loft, and you're tired of watching those videos, Cardi being on them, you just can't get anywhere, Cheryl and I, we encourage you, please make sure you email us at afrohairscience@gmail.com, and you're going to get more information about the Afro Hair Science Summit 2024 and a plethora of other support. So we want you guys to know that we're here, and Cheryl is demonstrating that she definitely has I don't know what your Rolodex looks like, but could you please let me go on in there. All right, guys, you have a wonderful night. We'll be back on Monday. And again, we'll be back here on Thursday. So you know what we're saying when we're signing out, right? Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best. Don't forget, hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. And we'll be back next Thursday. You guys have a wonderful night.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb.